All right, we are jumping right in here. We are on Pride House. This is a map I think maybe maybe I've done it once on the channel before. It's an okay one. I think we have about a little over 200. We're back down to the regular 350 cap, so we're at 213. We went over 260, 270 on the last one, so I'm pretty happy with that, and I think the server's full enough to justify doing one of these. So we're gonna do it. It's an interesting one in that the defenders have, I think, a really good chance at winning this map. It's not totally boring. It's not just straight lane. I mean, there is some play out in the on the far right. There's this whole field in play. That's the CSA already. CSA is attacking. If you don't know, this is the Union already back here. It's a little confusing. The Union has some Zuovs.
I wish I had gold.
And so you'll see a lot of red, and that's more frequently on the CSA. But in this one,
he
it's
kind of crashed out after Pry Forward, and now it's about to too.
That was a nice shot,
Dude, that
man.
was so fucking
I want to see how. Kind of want to see how the shooting works on this one, because this one is frequently a grind. The defenders usually have a pretty good spot on this one. On the well, you can kind of see it because you don't see them, but behind the ridge just up in front of us. And it looks like any CSA attempt to push up on this left has largely stalled up here, where those who are shooting have the advantage over those who are running. And it looks like the CSA sees that, and there's a call to move up and over from at least one company. The Union see it as well, and they're mirroring that. But the Union has the CSA for the moment kind of pinned in. Oh, interesting. So, yeah, the CSA, they're probably kneeling behind a fence and behind, yeah, a half stone wall, so it's not the full stone wall. But it's pretty decent cover most of the time. The Union has to shoot through a lot in order to hit them and have some good luck. I just find that, as you can tell from the CSA bodies, you're just not as well protected as you would think you are, with a fence, with a half stone wall.
Make sure we're hugging.
And the Union is trying to obviate some of the attrition advantage the CSA might have by making themselves small behind cover by getting in loose formation, which is just completely ugly. But I understand why people do it. It's just ugly. Anyways, we want to see nice thick lines, not optimal play. Who wants that? We want to see good-looking stuff. So. Union here is, yeah, they're just happy to skirmish the CSA down. The CSA look like they maybe pushed up a little bit in the middle, but it doesn't look like much. But actually, I think the Union's down a little bit in tickets. It's very close, and it's very early, so it doesn't matter for much. This is certainly one where the Union, if they fall too far behind, they can always pull back and kind of force the cap from the CSA and play cap recap. Our officers are Krabby, Colt, Arthur, Pineapple, Ely, Arthur Morgan. I don't think it's actually an officer. No, you can't be at level 2, right? No. Flagbearer, yeah. All right. 20th Maine Company B should have our RD officers unmuted as well. Yeah, we have some really good officers on, so we'll see how they do on both sides, which makes it more fun, because the map itself, I don't know if I'd go so far as to say it's defender biased, but it is certainly defensible. It's hard to know what the win rates are on these maps without, well, I just don't know what they are, you know, through pub and organized play, because there's no central repository I know of that makes it available. Yeah. CSA. Missed an opportunity to shoot. He was hanging out in the road there for a moment, and I'm kind of surprised more wasn't done about it. It looks like the Union dealt with this group that was out here, and now they've kind of carved off for the Union at least the left third, and it can make the CSA movement, it can constrain that movement and funnel them, pin them in against the wall and force them up the road that way. But yeah, the Union can go up this far. If you don't know, well, now you know. But as CSA, you shouldn't assume that all is well. That's why we don't Rambo skirmish. Yeah, it took one guy to kill you. But the Union is certainly carved out that side of the map very nicely for themselves. Over here, it's a similar story. CSA has no easy way to get at them that's obscured from Union fire, and with the ballistics update, you know, gotta trust in your good shooting. CSA does have Arty. They can try to do that. Arty is it is what it's been for a while, but it's not what it used to be, and so it might be able to do a little plop here to the Union. Might look cool, and the ambiance of that is important.
Right side, boys. Keep it up. Let him up.
I got a case in here, sir.
But that's probably about it. The only saving grace I can give to the CSA, and now that it seems that they've fallen behind on tickets, is that the Union is spread out. Right? You got two companies who are way over here. One of those companies is not far away from the corn, which you could use to obscure your movement.
Come on, gentlemen.
We know one company, is it one or two? I guess it's two that are out here. And the CSA doesn't seem inclined to concentrate all four companies against any two.
We're getting shot up by straight bullets. Pull back more. Yep, on this line.
And CSA already... a couple guys in it, operating a few guns. Union already, it looks like they took one on the road. They got one here. I could see that.
He's already going back. Prick and prime the piece.
I've never seen this. This is a new one. But I mean, I love my parrots, but huh, maybe they're trying to ricochet stuff off the trees. I saw one on the road. And so did the... where's the fourth gun here? Is it up against the stone wall?
Hey, do you have a direction where they're at?
Union's pushing real far up. Huh. Well, as they push up, they have the potential to kind of close their... oh, they're falling back over here. I was going to say, kind of close the vice grips around the CSA and really pin them in, but they haven't done that. Well, it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to spend any more time looking for that fourth gun. If in fact it exists, more than likely I've already seen it and just can't count, so.
Direct impact on the enemy battery. Good shot. Advance the piece.
About face, pull back. About face, pull back.
So CSA goes down first. Union's a little ways behind them. I don't know. Probably less than 10% of their tickets left on battle ready.
Prick and prime.
The numbers are even. It just seems like there's way more Union than the CSA, and maybe the CSA is a very small group here. I mean, there are some. Maybe they're just they got two companies out here against 3 Union ones.
Pull into the cornfield.
Yeah, the ticket burn rate is fine for the attackers. You got them to engage before 27 minutes, so that's a good sign. It's somewhat close. You know, if it stays like this, I think the CSA can shoot themselves back into the lead. They're going to have to do it fairly quickly. They're going to have to keep the ticket burn rate pretty high. And they don't want to lose too many tickets in order to do that. They got the Union on the move, and it looks like maybe the Union is deciding to shift one of the three companies back to the middle. CSA has embedded themselves there and there. And so those would be companies 3 and 4.
Guys, get your infields, use round ball, guys. Stand up to reload. Stand up to reload, guys. Come on, organize line, guys. Aim for their chest, guys. Aim for the chest with round ball. Aim for their chest with round ball.
Tall grass.
Aim for their chest as well. Keep shooting, boys.
It's like a 4 or 5 foot wildflower, right? I'm not the only one who sees that. Alright, so there is now a fat Union line that is rotated to deal with. Alright, so we'll watch the Zouaves run up. I don't know what they're running. If they're running for a melee, it looks like maybe just running up for a volley that's 50 yards closer.
Maintain fire, boys. Maintain fire. Keep lining them up. Keep lining them up, boys. Nice shot, boys. Keep fire. Keep fire.
It does at least make you think that the lines are longer, right? By having all this loose formation stuff.
Guys, break reload, shift to left. 5th New York, Company D, break reload, shift to left.
Now the Union's out in the field, but they're in a straight line, which I have to say is slightly more visually appealing. We really got to go for double lines, right? But
Here they come, boys. Shoot 'em up,
this
shoot 'em
would
up.
seem
Fire will left, further left. Wait until they hit the fence and then fire.
this would seem to invite a shootout from the CSA. We'll see. The Union is dropping. But maybe it was just a spurt of marksmanship from the CSA. I don't know.
Pour it on, Jude. Pour it on.
Go over into the CSA side. I don't know what else we might be missing here. Got some Zouaves back there. Yeah, the CSA has embedded themselves near the point. And then they got the 2 other companies over here. We'll see if the CSA has the volume of fire to eventually win this attrition fight. They are kneeling, and so they're going to reload slower. They don't have their bayonets on, which I like. If you're going to be kneeling, you might as well not have the additional sway, right, of having a bayonet on and committing to that shooting thing. That fence doesn't seem to be doing much for the CSA, and all these dudes here that are actually getting shot are getting killed in skirmishing. And yeah, it looked like the Union had a lot more out there, and you see, never mind the CSA marksmanship, the Union is where it's at. They were just flattening dudes who were in skirmishing. Yeah, they just shot this group apart. I mean, that's usually what you see a company look like when it's running out of a melee. Now, granted, the Union put... Oh, that was 3 companies. Never mind. Then that was probably a fight not worth taking. Alright.
Come over here. Thank you for your flag. No, you're not my flag. You're not my flag. Scotty. Scotty, come over here.
And so I guess this unit is kind of the pivot unit. And so you can see it's In some ways, the lines are nice, even if they're not compact. But I guess this unit is kind of rotating between doing a 3v2 over there and then moving it back to a 2v2 over there. I don't know, man. I mean, the CSA's got a stone wall. I think, you know, I just haven't looked at the small arms on this one in a while, and I just don't feel like it.
Sprint to catch up, Julian. Sprint to catch up.
I can't remember who has 42s on this one. But yeah, actually the CSA now is falling really far behind in tickets. Yeah, they got like 15% left of engage. The Union's got, oh my goodness, 40, 50%. And I wonder if that ended up, that kneeling thing was a ticket dump where the CSA just lost 10, 15 guys in skirmishing in a matter of maybe 2 minutes.
On this line, yes. On this line, right.
But they're coming back. Flag bearer did not last long. Man, the grass looks green on this one. I know, these are the things I observe. What is the angle from this fence? I mean, yeah, you got to shoot through the fence in front of you, but that doesn't seem to be stopping too much on its way in, so why not? And over here, it's just a half stone wall, but... Alright, so the CSA's got a pretty healthy line out. Somewhere between loose formation and a compact line.
Flags, get out of the corn. Flags, leave the corn and join the line. Flags, leave the corn and join the line.
Yeah, so that's the CSA. Attackers taking losses early. Can't imagine the Union would play cap recap. I can imagine the CSA might want to play cap recap. And make it bloody at this point. They don't have to worry about giving back tickets to the defenders because they're so far behind. Unless the CSA thinks that the shootout advantages them.
Come on, guys, get on the left. What the fuck is that doing?
It frequently does. The attackers usually have the advantage in shootouts for a long time. As the numbers on the server rise and fall.
We're starting getting back. Keep going back.
But the armaments also matter, and the ballistics update might change things.
These fucking Yanks are gonna take us down.
So that looks like 3 Union companies over here again against two CSA. I will say, whether it's the weapons, the people behind them, or both, the Union fire looks very effective. I'll go over to the other side just to see if I'm missing something, but... And I'll even go with, this is a comparably compact line.
These guys, you're doing a great job, but if you're not doing well, I still think you're beautiful.
Alright, so the
Hey,
CSA
little
fire
flag
back
down behind
is...
us, somebody grab that motherfucker right there.
CSA's fire is probably about equally as effective in the same kind of line.
They should not be standing. Look, aim at the blobs. Listen, lads. Your bullet's randomized when it goes down range. So you want to aim at blobs and you want to aim low. That's the best way. Your bullet rises a little bit when it does leave your muzzle. There's a small cone that it can hit anywhere at, so you want to aim low and at any blobs you see. You're more likely to hit a blob. That's why we are spaced out. They are not.
Alright, so the Union's down and taking losses, so this is a good time to check. It's about a 20% difference. So it seems to have narrowed here. I don't know what accounts for that. The CSA looks like it's going to cap. It's got about half cap. The Union looks like they're going to try to have one company deal with it. And artillery, are they going to send it? They're going to send in the second one. Alright, so if the... We'll see if the CSA gets together on one side of the stone wall, or if they're just trying to get this Union group out
Shoot down the road, boys.
so they can shoot it down here. The CSA, I don't know how torn up they were, because we switched sides. I don't know how torn up they got. from that shootout, but they have the potential here to 2v1 that company and shoot it down and then concentrate against the others. But the Union's moving up for a volley. Apparently they got the word that the pointy sticks they're holding also
Nice shots, boys.
fire
Nice shot. Good
bullets,
job.
and that those can get places faster than running. So a friendly reminder of your... No, he didn't. He ran out of line, failed to kill one arty guy, and then died out of line. Yeah. Alright, CSA is connecting, and CSA is pushing. And the Union over here is falling back into that defilade. CSA connected with some shots. I'm not sure it was enough to ultimately dislodge the Union. And I think the CSA is ripe for payback. Right to receive payback here from the Union if the Union can get enough guns on the line and shoot down at this angle. They should have lots of good stuff to hit, but they don't seem abundant. Alright, they're just a little ways back. And this seems to be a break in the Union. Oh, alright. So I guess now all the Union's going to charge in, so now it might work. If they go in piecemeal, there's a chance that they're just gonna lose. But it looks like the Union is now committing either a second company or the rest of the first. This flag's got to get out. There's no reason for them to take that. That was actually pretty good for the CSA that they baited that. I don't know if they baited or they forced that Union company up. But here it's this other weird point where it's like the Union looks like it's about 40-50% left, and the CSA's got maybe 10% left of taking losses. And so the Union has jumped out ahead again. I don't know why it seems to swing wildly.
Yeah, this fence is not safe. Guys, pull back into the corn. Everybody get deep in the corn again. Pull back. Cancel reloads. Get all the way deep in the corn. Let's reform.
So we're going to go deep in the corn over there. Union's bringing up another group over here on CSA's left. Is there a CSA group to block it? There is not. So what is this? We got a CSA company here. Is there one back at... Yeah, there is. Oh, no. That's already... I don't know, man. Maybe a third group hopped in over here? Maybe. I have no idea. We'll go with that. CSA really looks down a company.
Yeah, run! Get that flag up. Get that flag up. Get that flag up.
Oh, it appears that this group...
Guys, get on this line and shoot, guys. You guys have been disorganized all
I don't
fucking
know.
game, guys. Come on. Only people charge.
Something's happened here.
Gotta keep fighting.
But
Gotta keep fighting.
I think this is the Union's now to lose. It's
People spawn in if they're still on the...
really gone that way. Probably since the two sides went engaged, but it was still relatively close. But for whatever reason, the CSA, the attackers here, have just not stuck together.
Stay back. I say we pull back a little bit and then let's go right and shoot them in their flank. You kind of see how their line is positioned on the right side. We should have good shots on them. Okay, boys, so stand up, gentlemen. Yeah, let's go. Press T.
Huh. See the CSA moving down the road here. Further away from point. The Union is pushing up. And those CSAs are just all out of line. Ugh. Yeah, spawn is close, man, but spawn on flag. If you can, or rejoin your company safely. Alright, so the CSA is out here. Again, they seem to have done okay the last time they did this shootout, but they need the flags here.
We have some space on the left as well.
And they need the initial arrival to make a dent.
Company, maintain fire, maintain fire. You're doing great, boys. Keep it up. Spread it out right, spread it out right. We're too clumped up on the left. I need you guys spreading out right. Independent fire, keep it up. Maintain fire, maintain fire. Company. Coming out of the corn. Oh.
There's a lot of smoke.
You guys can move up like a couple paces.
Let's go forward. Let's go forward even more. Let's go.
Hey, Pineapple.
Yeah,
we're gonna do it.
You can see the 2 CSA flags right there.
It's very easy for them to come back on tickets.
Go ahead and left in, boys. Press T. We're going southwest. We're going southwest. Let's go. Shift to the left, gentlemen.
Fucking pull out your compass, motherfucker.
Maybe the CSA is just going to try to get together, charge the point, and cap on braking, and that'll be like their chance. I don't know. I think the Union. Well, I think most of them are too close. You know what? Maybe not. They got 2 companies that are real close, then they got these 2 that are less close. See the CSA coming out of the corner over there. That probably should have been expected, right?
Everybody in melee mode. Push up the wall. Push up the wall, Jeff. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yep. Here they come.
Well, it should be bloody. But the CSA is so far behind in tickets, even though they're on the attack. I don't know that it's going to matter.
Everybody cancel reloads. Push up the road. We need to keep pushing. Keep pushing up the road. There's Yankees shooting into us. Keep charging up the road, gentlemen. Kill 'em.
Yeah, Union's already got the cap weight on the point. Union has tickets to give. CSA will go final push. I think.
Push! Everyone push! Push up! Push up! Push up! Push up! Push up! Push up!
Get their flags, get their flags.
Yeah, as the CSA, you don't want to be losing those flags here. On the point, away from friendlies. You got to bring those flags back. And my guess is you don't have the momentum coming in on flag to stop this push. Depends on what the Union officers call. If they called a full charge, they could probably wipe the group on point. I'm a little surprised they haven't. Yeah, they should push, and they are doing that now. That was a very, very risky arty shot. You must not care if
Okay.
he gets kicked off or not.
yeah.
Can you imagine that shot? Like, oh yeah, I can get it in there.
Keep pushing in, boys. Keep sending.
I actually don't know if that was a CSA RD team kill or not. It looked like it came in from the CSA battery. Maybe not.
Good bitch.
Well, Union's got about 15% left before they go last stand, but there's a minute left. We will see. This looks like it's much closer than it ought to be.
At 45, we countercharge. At 45, we countercharge. At 45, we countercharge. Get their flags. Just go for the flags. Charge for flags. Charge for the flags. Everyone charge. Charge for the flags.
That is
Everyone
correct.
charge for
Infantry, watch out.
I don't know, man. The Union's getting a little thin up here.
Charge for their flags. Everyone but Artie, charge for
CSA's getting another win, but they got the CSA in last stand, but they got 25 seconds to start cap progress. The Union probably has to full send to swipe the CSA off the point.
Keep charging, gentlemen. Keep charging.
Press T, guys. Press T.
Press T, make sure-
They got a spawn. All right, Union has their spawn wave. I think they're gonna keep this.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
Oh, GG, dude. GG.
Yeah, Union got it. Very nicely done. The CSA ended up being a little bit closer, but again, the Union spawn wave hadn't even showed up, and probably would have done a little bit of damage, but I don't know if the Union had that much longer. Like, if they had to hold for another 30 seconds, I'm not sure it would have been there, but they built up a ticket lead, and yeah, deserved to get the win. Again, that is one of the more defensive friendly maps. All right. Just, yeah, I mean, more at the lines. Not that many more skirmishing for the attackers, but yeah, it ended up being closer at the end, so that was interesting how that one ended. All right, that was a better pry house than many. I had fun doing it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope to have you back for the next one.